Good, son. What you got, Mark? Hey, hey, he's got a good one, son. And they're biting like crazy, aren't they? Oh, son, what you got? That's how many have you caught this morning?
That's probably about 15 or 20.
Yeah, 15 or 20 now. You caught even more yesterday.
Yeah,
So
close to 40
so
yesterday.
hey, well this is Mark McDuffie, and Mark is a special guest today. He's one of the wounded warriors that we're so proud to fish with. And you had some real problems in Iraq, right?
I did. Yes, sir.
You blew up.
I got hit by a roadside bomb, blew off the bottom pretty much of both lower extremities.
Wow. So you've had how many operations?
58.
58. Hey, but I tell you what Mark's doing. Mark he works every day, and he has a beautiful family, and he fishes. A guide, actually. You guide some, right?
Yeah, I have a wounded warrior fishing charter on the side is with my guiding business up in the Panhandle of Florida.
Oh wow. So anyway, he's really active and all this. And my front partner is an old game warden buddy of mine. Hey, this is this is Lane Kinney. And Lane, you and I fished together last year.
Yes, we did.
And hey, what happened yesterday?
We caught more than 50 fish.
50 bass.
They were really.
And now we can't. At the last minute, you were catching more fish than Mark. And then what happened?
Mark ended up catching the two biggest of the day.
He caught 2 7s, almost 8-pound bass.
Almost 8-pounders.
But the nice thing about it was that you and I have both caught some double-digit fish, for example, and Mark had never caught what you call a true trophy. So those 2 fish were actually his biggest bass.
Yes, they were. They were both his personal best. You put them on.
We're proud of you, Mark. You did a good job. You did
Trip of a lifetime.
Yeah, that was good. Now you're hooking them in the tail. Okay, these guys are accomplished fishermen, by the way, and so they do all their own stuff. And they adjust the float, and he'll throw that right into these weeds right here, and all sorts of action going on right now. Good action. Woo! And that he just threw it in there, and we'll just watch for a second. But these things have been pretty aggressive.
They have been real close up.
Now we're running a little slow on shiners. We got some shiners in here, and we're doing pretty good. But what we got some dead ones. Hey, no, Mark, tell us what happened with the dead shiners, huh?
I caught my biggest bass on dead shiners. A little spinning reel, a little 15-pound test or 15 braid.
Yeah.
A medium rod, and that was fun. Just throw it out there and let it flutter down, and man, they were.
I bet we caught. How many do you think we caught on dead shiners?
At least 20.
Yeah, I bet we did. Yeah, we had a big day yesterday.
In about 45 minutes to an hour.
Now we're going to probably have a big day today, but we're running a little low on shiners, so we might have to go get some more. So we've already caught like 20-something bass today, so we're doing fair. Right. But we're going to do better if we get more bait. So we're going to have to go get more bait. I'll throw a big cast net. I got the cast nets over here, and I got a 10-foot. This cast net is a Calusa cast net, and I show them with this hog food. And anyway, we're probably going to have to show them up some more shiners.
Absolutely, yeah, we're running kind of low.
So now I'll tell you. Lane's an old game warden, and now this is actually you still are. You're the oldest game warden in the Florida Commission right now.
42 years as of November 1st.
Wow.
I retired, and then I went right back to work part-time back in 2017.
Okay. So, and what kind of job do you do for them, like for most of the part?
Well, back in the day when I was working full-time, I was just a regular law enforcement officer for the agency, and that's what I do now, but mainly I work with the younger officers is what they want me to do, try to mentor the younger guys and try to teach them the philosophy of the agency.
Okay, that's good. Well, I know oh, look at that big old swirl. So he's got one, he got another one. Oh, he just said what we're talking, he got another big 4 or 5 pounder. Mark's after him, son. He's been working on him. I'm telling you, Mark, this is pretty good fishing, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. Beat it in the average, but the average.
Look at that! That's just an average fish. It's 3 or 4 pounds though, and they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful, and can't beat it.
Not for an average fish.
I know, just an average, and that's not one of the big ones. That's just one that we've caught. But I'd say, now I don't know. We were kind of trying to figure it out. What do you think the average is for the last 2 days?
3 to 3.5.
3 to 3.5 pounds on the average. Yeah, I'd say because a lot of them are 5 pounds. Some of them were 5, and then you got a couple 7s, you know. But anyway, we're doing good. And the mudfish.
I think we have one 3 foot.
Giant
got some really big
mudfish.
mudfish.
Giant mudfish.
Well, I tell you what, if you would, Lane, if you just hold the camera right here, just don't touch the camera, don't touch the lens.
Right.
I'm going to talk a little bit about what I did also this week. This is a What's Happening Roland week, and it's the actually it's the first week in November, and so it's also deer season in Florida. So I went up to the north part of the state, and I did some deer hunting with rifle, and of course, Ward, you do a lot of deer hunting, and you know, when you see a little 6-pointer or a little 8-pointer, and I've shot much bigger, you don't always shoot them, you know. And I passed up 3 or 4. The other guys I fished with from Lakeland, they passed up a couple. So I didn't shoot any deer, but that's all right. It's still the experience of trying to. Hey, there's some boats running by. I'm trying to find a big trophy, and there is on game camera. Here was the deal about the deer hunt we did. We have game cameras. In the morning, we'd get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30. We'd look at the camera. We had a current feed, an active feed into the cell camera, and so we'd look at the feeder. You could see the feeders out there, and it was legal to use feeders in that area. And so, sure enough, there'd be these big 10-point deer. That it would be 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning before we could get out there, before legal light. And here were these big trophy deer. So they were running nocturnal. And that's the problem when you're deer hunting, is if the deer run nocturnal like they were, then you just don't see them in the daytime. And so that was our problem. But we really had a good time. So that's kind of what's been happening for me for this week. Next week, I'm going to meet with Jimmy Houston, and we're going to open up a big Bass Pro Shop up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A new store's going in up there, and we're looking forward to that. He does the prayer service, and he helps Johnny Morris, and he does a little invitation talk to all the people there. And it's also, when they open a Bass Pro Shop night, let me just tell you what they do. The first night is what they call conservation night, and so 50% now of all the money that comes into the cash register that first night, it usually starts at 6 o'clock and goes till 9 or 10. It's only 3 or 4 hours. But 50% of all the monies that go into the cash register, which is usually in the neighborhood of $100,000, goes to conservation. It's 50% of the proceeds of that night. So that's conservation night. And it's this guy, Martin McDowell, he gives a big talk about the importance of that. People don't realize this, but Bass Pro Shop, and the founder is Johnny Morris. He's the largest financial contributor to conservation ever. And he doesn't like me to tell anybody this because he's kind of shy. And he's not shy, but he's kind of reserved, and he doesn't like to brag about himself. But really, I like to brag about him because he's the number one contributor ever, and he's contributed through his offices and his personal finances and through Bass Pro Shop over $100 million, and that's really something. In fact, they call Teddy Roosevelt, you know, the father of conservation, and he was. He started all of the big national parks, but he didn't contribute $100 million like Johnny Morris. So Johnny Morris is the modern day Teddy Roosevelt, that's for sure. Anyway, there's a lot of things going on, and I'm getting ready for a big season. Now I'm here on Headwaters with you guys, and you catching another one? What happened? Oh, you trying? Oh, hey, he was sitting there waiting for. He's going to get another shiner out. I was trying to say, keep him. In just a few minutes, he'll have another one in the boat. Okay.
And a good dead shiner.
Gonna do it. Good one. Okay. He's gonna hook it. We'll get some more shiners. But anyway, Mark's of course a guide. Like I say, he guides for a charter business that's pretty successful. Yeah, that's a big deal. You're hooking right through the tail. Okay, that's it. 65-pound braid. And he's going to throw it right into those weeds right there. That's one spot. You got one little honey hole.
I had to clean it out.
Look at that. He's got this honey hole. He fit perfect pitch. It's just, by the way, he's just really a good caster. And that shiner gets down there, and it's probably going to get exploded in just a second because there's a whole school of them in here. Well, anyway, oh, there's something's up on top of the water right there. You got it cleaned out? Anyway, the shiner fishing is really something, and a lot of people come down here. They want to lure fish, and there is a topwater bite going on. In fact, I threw this topwater plug a little bit today. See, I don't know where I put it. Oh, right here. And this is that Spro 60. Oh, one just hit it. One just hit a shiner. This is the Pro 60. I like that bone color, and I got that on 50-pound braid. But basically, what I'm doing with that thing is I'm just throwing it out wherever. And I fish it just real slow and easy. I'm just barely moving it along, just barely popping it. Now I'm fishing shiners right here too, so I'm probably not going to fish around the shiners. I'm just showing you right now the kind of retrieve I'm using. And we can catch a half a dozen or more pretty nice bass on this in a day. So that's one good combination. And I'm going to show you the second combination. And that is the second combination that's really working right now. And oh, here's one. Oh, you got one. You got one going. He blew up on it. He blew up on it. And that's a big spinnerbait. You know, a big spinnerbait's something that it doesn't catch a lot of fish. You can use small spinnerbaits, and you got to. Oh, you came off. He just lost one. He just lost one. But this big old 1/2 ounce with a 4.5 inch blade, 4.5 number 4.5 blade. And basically, I'm just going over the hydrilla flats out on the lake, and that's the headwaters is full of hydrilla. And I'm making a long cast, and I'm just kind of doing a medium retrieve, getting in a strike position. I got the rod right into my side. Got 50-pound braid. I got the drag just set right, just right on the reel. And I'm using a favorite rod and reel, and this is my favorite. This is a big heavy-duty 7-foot rod, and this particular is the slick reel. But anyway, that's one good combination. But well, you got one. He's got another one. You just missed one. He just missed a big one. While we're talking, hey Elaine, how many minutes is on?
We're at 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Okay, let's see if we can't get him to hook up one more time, and then we're gonna have to leave. Okay, he's gonna throw it. He's perfect cast. Now watch this, folks. See if that big one will just bite, because he just bit Mark Shiner. That he's had how many strikes since we've been here? We've had 4 or 5 strikes right in that one spot. He's got a couple 3 and 4 pounders, and that was about a 5 or 6 pounder. It just bit right then. I don't know if he's going to bite again or not. But anyway, it's this lake is alive and well. We're catching plenty of fish. It's a better shiner bite than it is a lure bite, but there are good lure fish to be caught. So anyway, that's kind of the update of the week. Hey, listen, if you would, I have really great advertisers. I have, my Frog Talk people, and I always wear Frog Talks in these kind of days. And then, O'Reilly, they're great people. In fact, I'm going to be fishing with one of the people from O'Reilly here this next week. But they're a great advertiser. And Bass Pro Shop. The Bass Pro Shop's my #1 advertiser. And when you hit the likes button, that gives them a heads up deal, and that's they really enjoy that. So I appreciate bringing some information to you, telling you how alive and well this Headwaters Lake is. Hey, and what a great experience it is fishing with you, Mark.
Happy Veterans Day to you. Thank you for your
service. Is Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, because he's a wounded warrior that's doing well in private enterprise as well. And Lane, I want to thank you, sir. I guess we got the thing still on there. Yeah. Okay. And thank you, Lane, for a great trip. And
we'll be back next year.
And we'll try to catch a 10-pounder.
Absolutely.
We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching, folks.